We have a special program tonight, and we're going to get right into it. Calvary Kids Choir Camp Musical Arkeology. Amen. And none of them are as tall as I am.
There has to be more to this than meets the eye. The problem is all my searching is leading me to dead ends. There's only one thing left to do, one person who can help, one hope for my muddled mind, my cousin, Carlton Peabody Jr.
Why, hello, Penelope.
Hi, Penny.
Carlton, am I glad to see you?
You seem discombobulated, dear cousin.
Carlton, I've been working on a top-secret case, a case of extreme importance to myself and the world. I've searched high and low, followed every clue, and now I myself am being followed.
What?
Yes, being followed, I tell you. I must be onto something big, very big.
Penelope, of what are you speaking?
Noah's secret weapon, the flood stuff survival kit. You know, what got Noah through the flood.
Oh, Penelope, I've already told you, if there were anything more to know about the story of Noah and the flood, God would have put it in here.
What do you know? Listen, Carlton, nobody, not even Noah, could have survived such a world crisis as the flood without some special survival equipment. I'm telling you, the flood stuff survival kit exists, and I'm gonna find it.
Penelope, you are, pardon the pun, missing the boat.
Huh?
Allow me to elaborate. The story of Noah and the flood is the most significant. One could say it contains many golden nuggets.
Gold! I knew it!
Of truth. But it is all right here in the book. There is no mystery to solve. Now, if I may continue. Number one, facts. Number one, facts. The flood was the greatest catastrophe ever experienced by the world. Genesis 7:4 states that every living creature was to be destroyed. In fact, scriptures give more space to the account of Noah than to the creation or the fall of man. One could take the story as a real gem.
I knew it was important. Let's go to the clues.
It's not a matter of clues. It's all right there in black and white.
Who asked you?
As I was saying, the scriptural emphasis on the flood is very understandable, as it marks the end of the old world and the dawning of a new earth, with only the remnants of its original glory.
Glory! Huh?
He means that the earth of today doesn't hold a candle to the one God made in the first place.
Precisely. And most significantly, the flood represents God's judgment upon the old world and its civilization that has rejected God.
Well, that's sure not very civilized.
Exactly God's assessment. Now, point number 2, following. The flood, the story of Noah and the flood details for us the life of a man who obediently followed God. It is no small thing to spend 120 years building a water-traveling vehicle when there is no extensive body of water anywhere in sight.
Wow.
And then, of course, there's point number 3, faith, the issue of the rain.
The rain?
Come on, Penny. Rainfall was never even mentioned in the Bible before the flood.
That is true. Based on Genesis chapter 2, verses 5 and 6, some scholars believe that it never rained upon the earth, but that the land was watered by exceptionally heavy mist.
So see, if Noah had never seen or heard of rain, he had to take God's word on faith.
Oh, but there must have been.
And then, of course, there's number 4, fellowship. The record of Noah and the flood certainly an account of one who had great fellowship with God. Noah walked with God, and God revealed his plans to him and sustained him. After all, the 40 days of rain weren't the end of the ordeal.
They weren't?
Oh my, no. I've been reading a book of late, Arkeology in the Old Testament, and it asserts the evaporation condensation process could have taken place for another 150 days.
That is another 5 months.
Precisely. So you see.
I see that all simply proves my point. No one could have survived all that without some secret survival kit. There's a mystery to solve here, and I'm going to do it, and you've got to help me.
Come on, Millicent. Maybe we better keep an eye on her.
Did you hear that, boss?
I sure did.
Gold, gems, glory.
What's more, this kid's on to something bigger. Whatever this flood stuff is, if we can get it from her, we can sell it and make $1 million.
Yeah. But why would anybody want it?
Yeah, flood stuff sure doesn't sound very appetizing.
Look, you heard that one with the glasses. This flood they was talking about was a worldwide disaster. And this flood stuff has some kind of power to help this Noah guy survive. Anything that powerful, everyone will want.
Yeah, and they'll pay anything to get it.
I think we have a window of opportunity. I think we have a chance to make a buck.
It's simple. It's easy.
It's just a little greasy.
We'll find a sucker's bank account and back up a truck.
I think that there's a market. I see an easy target. I really don't believe that we can miss. A pigeon, a cupcake, the money we will make. I think that there's a market for this.
We'll run it up the flagpole and see if they salute.
We'll find their pocketbook and start to squeeze. Ha ha! We'll sell them, we'll strain them, we'll milk them, we'll drain them.
We're setting out their very favorite flavor of cheese.
I think that there's a market. I see an easy target. I really don't believe that we can miss. A pigeon, a cupcake, the money we will make. I think that there's a market for this.
So listen, attention, the principle is clear. It doesn't matter what you have to sell. Just tell them they want it, and you can count upon it.
They'll mortgage all they own if you just merchandise it well. I think that there's a market. I see an easy target. I really don't believe that we can miss. A pigeon, a cupcake, the money we will make. I think that there's a market for this.
the library, Penny?
Well, I figure we need to do a little research, find out more about Noah and the flood.
Penelope, what more do you need to know than what God says about it?
Penelope, while the research is often the basis for much problem solving, I have found that in matters of Scripture, research alone is often inadequate.
What do you mean? Facts are facts.
Of course, but sometimes it takes the eyes of faith to perceive the truth behind the facts.
Where should we begin?
If I might make a suggestion, perhaps we should begin at the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh, there's this guy named Noah.
Noah lived in the last days, and the whole world was wicked. God said, build a boat and get your family in it. And I'll pour out my anger on the people below. And everyone will finally know there is a God in heaven. Noah did his preaching with hammer and saw. People called him crazy, but he kept on keeping on. With tears in his eyes and hope in his heart. Year after year, he kept building that ark. Noah lived in the last days, and the whole world was wicked. God said, build a boat and get your family in it. And I'll pour out my anger on the people below. And everyone will finally know there is a God in heaven. Carefully measured, faithfully made. The ark was the result of God's instructions obeyed. Then came the day when God said, get in. God closed the door between righteousness and sin. Noah lived in the last days, and the whole world was wicked. God said, build a boat and get your family in it. And I'll pour out my anger on the people below. And everyone will finally know there is a God in heaven. The day will still come, but it won't be a flood. The ark is no rotten, but we have the blood. We cling to the cross against the world's tide. When the flood of our foes will be safely inside. Noah lived in the last days, and the whole world was wicked. God said, build a boat and get your family in it. And I'll pour out my anger on the people below. And everyone will finally know there is a God in heaven. Noah lived in the last days, and the whole world was wicked. God said, build a boat and get your family in it. I'll pour out my anger on the people below. And everyone will finally know there is a God in heaven. There is a God in heaven. There is a God in heaven.
Well, Penny, that about sums it up.
Yes, the data is most conclusive, and it reveals no new evidence.
Yeah, like we said, there is no flood stuff survival kit.
You guys just give up too easily. I found the construction of the ark very interesting. A book on navigational engineering from earliest times. Let's see what it has to say.
The first known water-traveling vehicle, or ark as commonly termed, is recorded to have been 300 cubits in length and 50 cubits in breadth. Comprised of 3 decks, its total height was 30 cubits.
But what's a cubit?
Ahoy, matey. Assuming a cubit is 18 inches, it could be calculated that the aforementioned ark could contain 1,518,750 cubic feet, the size of a modern-day ocean-going vessel.
Wow, that's some boat. Aha! There must have been at least one secret hiding place for the flood stuff survival kit and all those cubits.
Flood stuff survival kit? No such reference available.
You heard what the book said. No such thing. Now, are you satisfied, Penny?
It didn't say no such thing. It said no reference available. That just means we need to look in another book. Early civilizations from mankind. Let's see what it has to say.
You speak of flood? Yes, we know it.
It well-known fact that traditions of great flood common to man. Every race have own stories of great flood where all perish.
Story of flood long remembered by ancient Oriental peoples. Oldest region come from Babylonia, where world destroyed by flood, and Hilo led in great boat.
All men have memory deep in heart of great flood sent by Maker of all.
But what about the flood stuff kit? Don't you have any memory of that?
Flood stuff kit?
Rats, another dead end.
Hey, that's pretty cool. Without even having a Bible, civilizations of people all over the world have a memory of the flood. But how could that be?
Oh, that's not so difficult, Millicent. Remember, after the flood, the world was repopulated by the descendants of Noah. In those many tongues, it could become distorted. That's why the Bible is our only reliable source.
Look, this is all very interesting, but it's not getting us anywhere.
Yeah, because there's nowhere to go.
I've got it. Carlton, you said the flood was the world's greatest catastrophe.
That's correct.
Well, the floodwaters couldn't the whole geologic structure be affected?
Well,
why didn't I think of this before? Science has the answers. A book on geology, fossils maybe.
Fossil, the hardened remains or traces of an animal or plant of a former age.
Under the ordinary process of nature as now occurs, fossils are very rarely formed.
However, they could be preserved by means of quick burial in aqueous sediments.
You mean like buried by a flood? The flood? Noah's flood?
Possibly. Why, yes. In fact, without a worldwide catastrophe like the flood, it would be difficult to explain the abundance of rich fossil deposits. The Genesis account of the flood would easily explain these extensive fossil graveyards.
Graveyards? There's almost always a graveyard in a mystery. We're getting close now.
I suppose an example of such fossil graveyards would be the dinosaur beds in the Black Hills in South Dakota.
Yes, they have tens of thousands of fossil specimens.
And the great mammal beds of the Rockies.
As have the Sicilian hippopotamus beds.
The point is, there couldn't be any fossils unless they were quickly buried by some form of catastrophe.
Like?
The flood.
That's it. The flood stuff kit must be buried in one of these fossil graveyards.
Flood stuff kit?
Flood stuff kit?
Where'd you dig her up? No evidence.
I just don't understand it. All these books are not one single clue about Noah's flood stuff survival kit.
Penny, we're telling you it doesn't exist. Why do you keep searching for it? What's the big deal?
Look, Noah had something that got him and his family through a worldwide physical disaster. Just think what it could do for people today. Like when you're being bullied on the school playground, or you're worried about a test at school, or you lose all your lunchroom tickets.
Penelope, we've informed you. The flood stuff survival kit does not exist. Yes, something helped Noah survive, but his flood stuff wasn't something hidden out there somewhere. It's hidden in here. Wicked world was bad to the core. Never gave goodness a thought. But Noah found favor in the eyes of the Lord. His Like Noah, you will learn his ways.
Build upon his word.
You'll learn to trust the things he says.
Follow the Lord.
You're safe within his promises.
Trust out.
Keeps us floating.
In a floundering world.
What no one else knew, no one knew. What no one else knew, no one knew.
Trust out.
Keeps us floating.
In a floundering world.
What no one else knew, no one knew. What no one else knew, no one knew.
Trust out.
Keeps us floating.
In a floundering world.
What no one else knew, no one knew. What no one else knew, no one knew.
Trust out.
Keeps us floating.
In a floundering world. In a floundering world.
Hurry up.
We've been at this all morning. She's just not hearing us. Let's go home and have some lunch.
I suppose you're correct. This has been rather fruitless. Penelope, care to join us?
No thanks. I'm not leaving till I solve this case.
But Penel,
Come on, Carlton. Just because she's stubborn doesn't mean we have to starve.
Hey, kid. Over here. Listen, I got a little tip for you. A tip? Yeah, you're right. I'm sure of it. The problem is you got those deadweights hanging around telling you you're wrong. Don't listen to them.
I guess you're right. I didn't want to admit it to them, but they really are convincing. And besides, the biblical accounts really don't.
Don't matter. Listen, you gotta believe in you. Why don't you get rid of that egghead?
You mean my cousin Carlton? He's the smartest kid in the 7th grade. I really thought he could help me.
Help? But that's why I'm here. Yours truly, kid, at your service.
Merchant of Menace.
It's just a little typo, kid. It ought to say, a Venice. Yeah, Venice, my European office.
Oh. Business deals extraordinaire. But do you know anything about mysteries, clues, detective work?
Oh, sure. I've had lots of practice being tailing suspects. Oh, come on. Well, why don't you get rid of that kid? We'll be partners like. And speaking of partners, Goyles, allow me to introduce Miss Ava Rice.
Listen, kid, when you get the urge for something, you just gotta go for it.
Oh, yeah.
Miss Guda Habits.
Look out there, Penelope. This life is full of wonderful things everywhere you look. Jewels, furs, new detective equipment. You've just gotta reach out for them.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean.
And Miss Hoity-Toity.
Listen, honey, don't you have any self-pride?
I thought that was self-respect.
Self-respect, self-pride, it's the same thing. Look, your cousin just don't appreciate you. You deserve better.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Carlton will never be able to help me.
It's a deal then. We'll find the what do you call it?
The flood stuff survival kit?
Yeah, we'll find the kids once they take and retire under the palm trees.
What?
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna help you, kid. We're gonna help you. Now, where do we begin?
Well, I've exhausted the possibilities of research from here. The only thing left to do is travel to Ararat.
Get it away! Oh, for crying out loud.
No, not a rat, Ararat. It's a mountain in Turkey. My research shows that according to a 1959 Life magazine article, a mysterious boat-like structure was photographed near there. And in 1977, an American explorer discovered several huge stone anchors that were marked with 8 crosses symbolizing the 8 survivors.
So,
according to this explorer, they were inscribed by Byzantine and Christian crusaders. Evidently, they were convinced that the anchors came from Noah's Ark, and so is he. My deduction is, buried somewhere nearby, we will find the flood stuff survival kit.
And you know what that means, Goyles.
Riches! Fame!
Oh, my. He told Columbus that the world was flat.
He told Yankee Doodle macaroni was his hat. They said the net would never fly, and that was that.
They said that I was headed down a dead-end street. They said that I was gonna meet complete defeat. They said that I was gonna take it on the chin.
They'll be looking at me,
Crying.
They'll have to say they're sorry that I was right and they were wrong. You just wouldn't believe what I told them all along.
They said that I was crazy as a mad March hare. They said what I was looking for was not there. They said that I would never find the rainbow's end, but I won't harbor any grudges when my ship comes in. I won't harbor any grudges when my ship comes in.
Is that fun?
Yeah.
Is that fun up there?
Yes, it was.
It's all settled then. We'll leave tonight.
Oh no, my dear, you mustn't trouble yourself. You must stay here.
Yeah, you're too important to leave. You have to head up our central intelligence operation here.
We'll go and do the road work and then we'll bring back the goods.
We will? Oh, yeah, we will.
Oh my, look at the time. We gotta hustle to catch that last flight out for Turkey.
See you around, kid.
Okay, be careful. Hurry back. Oh, boy, that's great. That's just great.
Penelope, what is afoot here?
Huh? What are you talking about?
Those four questionables, who are they? What are you doing with them?
Those just happen to be my new partners. Some people believe in me and want to help, you know.
They don't care about you. They just think they can get rich and famous.
That's ridiculous.
Didn't you hear what they said? Penelope, I'm telling you the truth. The flood stuff survival kit does not exist. Not like you think anyway. Yes, something helped Noah survive, but it's not something you can go and dig up like a buried treasure, because it's buried in the heart. It's faith in the Lord when things look hopeless, and it's fellowship with Him, and talking to Him, and listening to Him. That's what Noah had, and that's why he survived.
You've got one thing right. Noah stuck to what he knew was right, and so will I.
But Penelope, don't you see the difference? Noah held on to what God said was right, not what he thought was right.
I'm not listening to you anymore, Carlton. From now on, it's them and me. I don't need you.
I can't believe you said that. This hurts further. Feels worse than almost any kind of pain. Find me shelter
kid. Who does she think she is, double-crossing us? I've had it. My feet are in there sand in my eyes. And this outfit, it's ruined.
Where is that kid? She's sent us on a wild goose chase. She's probably already found that flood stuff thing and sold franchises.
Yeah, well, let's find her and make them pay up our share.
Yes, she's got it and I want it. She just better not have sent out any advanced advertising without giving me top billing.
Oh, great, you guys are back. Where's the flood stuff kit?
As if you didn't know. Look, Buster, we got blisters from digging. And sore eyes from looking.
Looking stupid, that is.
But we ain't got no flood stuff, nothing.
Oh, but that can't be. There must be
You're holding out on us, kid.
So pay up. Get her, girls.
But that ain't cool. You tried to be a bruiser. You're not the model loser. Jesus, he took you to school.
You can't beat the rock. You can't snow the big judge, bro. You can't beat the rock. God walks too fast and you're too slow, mo. You can't beat the rock. It's in effect, you yo. You can't beat the rock. Always reach the sea, you know.
Thought you could think it. Now you have to drink it. A cup of tea you brewed for me. You tried to get me trouble, but coming on the double. Jesus gave me victory, see?
You can't snow the big judge, bro. God's too fast and you're too slow, mo. It's in effect, you yo. You always reach the sea, you sow. You can't snow the big judge, bro. God's too fast and you're too slow, mo. It's in effect, you yo. You always reap the seed you sow.
You stand me frightened, but I become enlightened. But it ain't so, the lies you told. Your teeth will beat them off. It's time for you to go, so just hit the road, son.
You can't snow the big judge, bro. It's God's too fast and you're too slow, mo. It's in effect, you yo. You always reap the seed you sow. You can't beat the rap. You can't beat the rap.
Wow, that was a narrow escape.
Yeah, gee, thanks, Carlton. Thanks for helping me. After the way I acted, I can't believe you did it.
Well, gee.
Listen, Carlton, I'm sorry for the way I treated you. I can see now who is really on my side. Could you forgive me?
You really hurt me, Penelope, but I do forgive you.
Thanks. And Carlton, I never meant for all this to happen.
I know.
I guess I was looking at things my way that I couldn't see God's way. And then they came along.
Yes, those four are very devious. And if you don't watch out, they'll trick you every time.
And Carlton, I see your point now, about the flood stuff, kid, I mean.
You do?
Yes, the things you said Noah had, faith in God and fellowship and following, that must be what got Noah through the flood.
Why, Penelope, you do understand.
Yeah, he was depending on God for everything, all the time. If there had been more to it, God would have put it in the Bible, wouldn't he?
Exactly. And now that you know what flood stuff really is, you can start using it.
I don't know, Carlton. I've messed up pretty badly. I've been the opposite of what real flood stuff is all about.
What?
I haven't had much faith in God or fellowship with him, and the only thing I've followed is my own way. I'm afraid God's had it with me.
Penelope, we all do things like that upon occasions, but God is right there, holding on to us and loving us, even working in us to help us see our mistakes. When we do, he's right there ready to forgive us and help us make a new start every time.
Waves of guilt and a flood of tears. Oh, my friend, you look blue.
Currents are rocking your boat. God is in there with you.
He used his flood to change the world, washed it clean, a new start. The gentle friend with your pain in his heart, walking on water to reach your side, to hold you in his arms.
Let your past drift away, sail on with the new. If God can make a brand new world, he can make a brand new you. Let your past drift away, sail on with the new. If God can make a brand new world, he can make a brand
Hey, there you guys are. So what's next? Are we going to spend the rest of the day searching for this flood stuff or what?
Well, I guess the case is closed, Millicent.
You mean you're giving up?
No, she means she's made a discovery.
What?
Yeah, I discovered what a jerk I was. I let Carlton have it, and I trusted some creeps who almost finished us off.
And Penelope, you solved the case.
I did?
Certainly. You want to know how Noah made it through those difficult times, and now you do.
You're right, Carlton, I do.
Hey, would somebody mind telling me what's going on here?
It's like this, Millicent. Noah really did have a flood stuff survival kit.
He did?
Yeah, and it had 3 things in it.
Faith, fellowship, and following God? That's it. That's no secret. Anyone can have that.
Yeah.
Like Noah did in bygone days, do his will. Like Noah, you
think it would be appropriate also for us to express our appreciation to the director, Nancy Stuke, and Mary Brewer, who produced it. Thanks so much. Nancy Stuke, Mary Brewer. Great job. Wonderful.
There's a little girl sitting on my knee, sang her a song as she fell asleep. Wonder where that little girl is now. There's a little boy sitting on my lap, looks so cute in his baseball cap. Wonder where he is right now. Hope we've shown them Jesus somehow. Have we taught our children well? Is our life a show and tell? Can we see the love of Jesus in our eyes? And when another page has turned, do you think that they will have learned to show the love of Jesus with their lives? Have we taught our children well? Little girls grow up with their hopes and dreams. Little boys trade their caps for jeans. My, how the years have passed somehow. Pretty soon they'll both want to marry, start a home and a family.